Super Typhoon Goni still remains exceptionally powerful on Halloween on October 31st, 2020. As of 10 a.m. in the Philippines, it was located at 15.1 degrees north, 128.4 degrees east, and it has made that turn towards the west-southwest. Right now, the storm is a little weaker than earlier, but winds are still 185 miles per hour and a pressure of 891 millibars. The storm right now is moving west-southwest at 14 miles per hour, and it's a stage 6 on the CDPS scale currently. The CDPS scale continues to look at Umiray as the possible landfall location, stage 6 on the CDPS scale as the overall threat to land continues to be major. This is where the storm is currently located right now. It's gotten pretty close to the Philippines now, and it is closing in. The tropical storm force wind field has expanded ever so slightly, getting close to 60 to 70 miles, meaning that an eyewall replacement cycle is likely ongoing. However, it is exceptionally powerful, and it is likely reaching a secondary peak intensity after weakening earlier today. Right now, the storm is located 315 miles away from Caramoran, 362 from Legazpi City, 384 from Naga, 509 from Lupa City, and 515 from Manila, all those in the Philippines. You can also see Pagas's signal warning map right now. Signal 2 warnings are under that yellow shaded area, and Signal 1, including Manila, are under those blue shaded areas. Large parts of the Philippines are under Signal 1s right now. So this is what we are seeing for satellite estimates right now. SATID running a little bit higher, around 200 miles an hour, raw rating still. RAM is, interestingly enough, has kept the storm at 190 miles an hour. Typhoon Warning Center, interestingly, have upgraded to 185 miles an hour. And we are in agreement with their estimate right now. Interestingly enough, satellite estimates still a little bit low. This is our latest track forecast for the storm. We are forecasting in 36 hours a Category 5 barely offshore weakening. That could be a little bit high though, given that an hour replacement cycle is beginning. And we'll likely be seeing a Category 4 landfall at this point, and of course weakening an approach to Vietnam and the South China Sea. This is what we're seeing right now for the rainfall forecast. Large inches of rainfall still moving into parts of Luzon and towards Vietnam. You can also see Atsani, interestingly enough, stalling offshore. So we will need to watch Atsani's closely, as its forecast does still remain largely uncertain. But regarding Goni, it does appear that rainfall rates will be close to the storm center, well, the highest will be, that is. Sea surface temperatures still will not be an issue. They do decrease a little bit as the storm gets close to the Philippines, as you can see right there. However, they do drop off a cliff once the storm does get into the South China Sea, which will weaken the storm pretty significantly. This is what we're seeing still for the model track forecast, pretty much the same story. We're generally looking at a west-southwest track for the next few hours, and then a general turn towards the west-northwest, moving into the Philippines as a Category 5, or potentially a Category 4 most likely, and then a weakening storm approaching Vietnam. So this is what the models are saying. Interestingly enough, GFS has been pulling some crazy stuff recently, saying that storm got up to 190 knots. It didn't get up to that intensity most likely though. It's most likely a wrong initialization in the Ronald run. Wind shear is rising a little bit, so that may also induce some weakening. Sea surface temperature is not an issue, along with relative humidity. This is how the storm is looking right now on the water vapor imagery. Interestingly enough, water vapor not an issue, but just look at how perfect the eye is right now. It's been tossing around 15 to 20 degrees Celsius eye, well enough for a Category 5 intensity storm right now. This is the visible imagery, absolutely perfect eye right now, surrounded by 80 cloud tubs all the way around the eye. Certainly good enough for 185 miles an hour. Stay tuned to local media outlets as the storm approaches Luzon.